just elected a new national WMU president to replace Connie Dixon of Elida, New Mexico. In 1983, she and her husband were appointed as missionaries to the Home Mission Board. She has served in multiple roles in every facet of SBC life. Her journey has been one of faithful service to the Lord and to others. Let me introduce you by video to Carolyn Fountain, National WMU President. Welcome, Carolyn Fountain.
Thank you, and thank you, Sandy. Today's ministry moments are chapters written from years of God's enduring faithfulness. You may not know this, but WMU's very first mission discipleship for children was Royal Ambassadors for Boys, established in 1908. For more than a century, Royal Ambassadors has shaped generations of boys and men who understand what it means to live on mission for Jesus.
We are excited to announce that a few weeks ago, WMU acquired Royal Racers, a Tennessee Derby car company begun by Frank and Dean Green. We've asked National RA consultant Keith Gates to make a special presentation.
Thank you. So what does a Derby car have to do with the Great Commission? Well, it's all part of discipling boys to instill characteristics like problem solving and creativity, integrity, and much more. Men across the world fondly recount how they grew up learning valuable life lessons from godly men while building and racing their Derby cars. And this acquisition is a huge win for every church investing in that journey. And speaking of grown-up RAs, we wanted the first Royal Racer kit off the WMU assembly line to go to what appears to be everyone's favorite grown-up RA, Mayor Don Currents.
Look at that, yes.
In 1956, WMU gifted the Brotherhood Commission with Royal Ambassadors. Bob Dixon, a Royal Ambassador Camp Captain instructor, was the first person called to help organize a response to Hurricane Beulah in 1967. He was returning from a weekend RA campcraft training event with a load of gear, and he cooked meals in the back of his station wagon in the aftermath of that hurricane.
And thus, the Southern Baptist Disaster Relief was born, a ministry that has touched the lives of millions. All can be traced back more than a century ago to a small band of WMU women who were determined to instill missional disciplines in the lives of boys. And that's still our commitment, to keep the Great Commission front and center in all that we do.
I'd like to close our report with a personal word of sincere gratitude. I'll be transitioning out of the role of executive director. They're already in searching for another. And I'll be moving into retirement because obedience in this season requires me to be a caregiver. As I reflect upon my life, the daughter of an underground coal miner, a foundry worker, whose family lived in a basement because that's all my parents could afford, I realized that little in my life makes sense, but for the grace of God and the collective work of Southern Baptist. I'm only a small story in a long line of heritage that has benefited from your cooperation, voluntary cooperation together. You helped shape my heart. You helped deepen my faith. You helped strengthen my commitment to God's mission in the world, and I am profoundly grateful. Thank you, Southern Baptist. Mr. President, our report can be found on 178 in the Book of Reports.
instead of questions, why don't we say a big thank you to Ms. Sandra Wisdom Martin for great service at WMU.